Yo, 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 yo. Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, a.k.a. Mazuma TV, back at y'all with another live for the night, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive night. You see what I mean? We got some things that we need to discuss currently going on in the boxing world, man. We're going to speak about Canelo Alvarez reiterating wanting $200 million to face David Benavidez, along with Clarissa Shields continuing to be thirsty, begging to fight men again. Shout out to everybody that's in the building so far, man. If we could get likes as soon as we step in the building, that'll be very much appreciated, man. We got 5 people in the building. Let's get 5 likes, of course. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Of course, I can't say that enough. Shout out to my boy, Boxing Film. What's going on? What's going on? Tank the Executioner. What up? What up? Orlando Finney. What up? He said, what up, Mazuma Nation? Yeah, what's going on, y'all? I hope everybody's doing extremely well. Lorenzo in the building. What up? What up? Boxing Film said, talk to me. Same old shit, my brother, the same old program, you know what I mean? Put my son to sleep in the back, man, you know what I mean? I had to make sure he was good before I got on here. Boxing Film says, are you at the presser tomorrow? I am at the presser tomorrow. I will be at the Wells Fargo Center covering Jerron Ennis versus Cody Crawley, man. I think this is going to be the first big media thing that I've done so far, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna definitely be in the building, man. Bivol, the Mexican assassin, what's going on? What's going on, man? You know what I mean? We're gonna speak about that boy Canelo Alvarez, man. You know what I mean? Just briefly, you know what I mean? We're gonna speak on Clarissa Shields. And in all honesty, man, we're gonna speak about Ryan Garcia because I came across some real interesting footage, you know what I mean? Exposing that clown ass motherfucker, man, Ellie Seckbag, bro. We're gonna talk about him, of course. We're going to talk about how he pretty much got exposed by his own people. You know what I'm saying? And you know when you know shit bad when your old people pointing you out for being on some lame shit. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely going to talk about it. But yes, to answer your question, Boxing Film, I will be at the presser tomorrow. I will be there. You know what I mean? Talking. I'm gonna attempt to talk to Jerron Ennis. I'm gonna attempt to talk to Bozy Ennis and things like that. I'm gonna keep it 1,000. I don't really give a fuck to talk to Cody Crawley. You feel me? I really don't. I'm pretty sure he's seen my videos of me calling him a duck and shit like that. So it is what it is, man. Yeah, we definitely gonna get this shit rocking for sure, though. You see what I mean? Hopefully Cody Crawley talks some shit at that press conference, get shit a little bit stirred up. You know what I mean? But I highly doubt it, man. And Boots is a humble dude, so I don't really see him talking too crazy neither. You know what I mean? But shit, if they go back and forth, then fuck it, I'm with it. You see what I mean? And I'm rocking off for Boots. So something break out, man. I might sneak Crawley. You know what I'm saying? I might clip him. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I ain't gonna fuck up nobody's money like that, man. That's just me talking crazy. I ain't doing nothing. Boxing Phil said Boots a real one. He won't forget me. He won't forget you. He me and him know each other. You know what I mean? We know each other from on some boxing shit, like being in the gym together. So that's not nothing crazy. No, that is though. I might swing on yeah, I might swing on Crawley. If shit hit the fan, I might swing on him. I might catch him with some hot shit. I wonder if Eddie Hearn gonna be there, right? I wonder if Eddie Hearn gonna be there. That's gonna be interesting. Might have some questions for him too. All right, Lorenzo, go ahead. Yeah, I'm a stilly. I'm a blindside him. I'm gonna knock Crawley out. I hit hard enough to knock him out. I'll knock him out. Juan Funes. Is this the boxer Juan Funes? Or is this just you got the same name as Juan Funes? The boxing organization doesn't implement the rules fairly. Benavidez should have been fighting for the belts a long time ago. That's an absolute fact, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, these organizations have shown that they could be bought. You see what I mean? If you bring a certain amount of money to the table, you're gonna have a lot more leeway than somebody who's a low risk, a high risk, low reward type fighter. I'm not saying that's who Benavidez is. He makes millions, but he's not making the Canelo Alvarez money. So like I've been saying several times throughout these lives, throughout these videos I'll be making, would they rather take 2% of David Benavidez's check, or would they rather take 2% of Canelo Alvarez's check? 2%, 1%, 3%, whatever it is. I'm sure that they would rather get that chunk out of Canelo Alvarez's check. It's going to be significantly bigger than the percentages that come out of Benavidez's check. That's all I'm saying, man. So they want to make the most money possible. You know what I mean? They got to pay bills too, right? So, you know, they're going to give that man who's making $40 to $50 million a fight more leverage than somebody who's making $5 to $10 million a fight. And, you know, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? He said, I'd rather see you sneak Eddie. Yo, that's crazy. I wouldn't sneak Eddie. I hit him straight up. He'll see me. He'll see me before I crack him. But nah, man, I ain't doing none of that, man. I ain't about to punch on that dude. He's actually doing some great shit for Boots. So if I was to hit Eddie, man, you know what I mean, that would be disrespectful to Boots. You feel me? And I rock with Boots heavy. You know what I mean? He's one of my favorite fighters in boxing right now. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna disrespect him. But Cody Crawley might hit him. This shit gonna be hot and ready like Little Caesars. You heard? I need a sock. Showbiz shit. If he there, bro, right hand to God, bro. You see this right here? This is my right hand. Might look like my left, but this is my right hand right now. Right hand to God. If somehow, some way, Showbiz is in that building, I'm gonna have some words for him for sure. I'm gonna have some words for him. Cause I ain't one of them type niggas that talk on here and that don't say shit to nobody. I'm gonna say something. Fight Hype gonna be there. I mean, I don't really know them dudes from Fight Hype. I know Sean Sattel or whatever his name is. I was trying to collab with him, but he act like he don't be seeing my messages and shit. So if I run into him, then I'll let him know what's up. But I don't really know them dudes. I know I'm gonna be with Jamil Parker with YSM Sports Media. I'm gonna be linking up with him over there. So that's what we gonna be doing. You feel me? But in all honesty, I don't even want to talk about Canelo Alvarez, man. Let me change the title of this video. I just needed something to put up. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about Ryan Garcia. I'd rather talk about Ryan Garcia than that is. You feel me? So let's say right here. No, as a matter of fact, we're going to put Elie in this. We're going to change this up right now. Yeah, I put Ellie Seckbag exposed for being Devin Haney hater. Let's do that. Because at this point in time, man, we got enough people on here, man. It's 13 people. You feel me? So, 16 people. So let's get the likes up, man. I only see 6 likes in the building, man. Let's get them up. Let's get them up. Let's get all 16 on and popping. You feel me? Let's get that. Let's get the algorithm on the up. I appreciate the nation for being involved with the conversation. You feel what I mean? Let's get them up. Let's get them up. Don't be hating now. Don't be hating now. You know what I'm saying? It don't take much to show some love, man. You know what I mean? It's free. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I just hit. Yeah, and that's another thing. I hit 1,000. I hit 1940. I think 1941. You feel me? So 60 more, and we hitting that 2K mark, man. So shout out to everybody that's been contributing to the channel, of course. You know what I'm saying? Juan Funa is back in the building. He said, if there is no respect for the weight classes, what is the whole point of having a boxing organization? That's a great question, man. That's a great question. That goes to show you how corrupt the sport is, my brother. The only thing we can really do is, apply pressure as boxing fans to see some type of change. If we don't request no type of change, ain't nothing gonna happen. They're gonna continue, being companies that can be bought. You know what I'm saying? And at some point in time, we got to come to the understanding that us as fans, we come first before anything else. As long as the fans are satisfied, they're gonna get their money. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. A lot of these dudes, they corrupt. A lot of these sanctioning bodies are corrupt. And if you got a certain amount of money, they'll let you slide with a whole lot of bullshit. Why did it take over 1,000 days of inactivity for Jamal Charlo to be stripped and have Carlos Adames elevated to full WBC champion? Why did it take so long? This man over here fighting all types of mental health issues. You know what I mean? Meanwhile, the middleweight division stuck in the mud, and the WBC don't give a fuck because ain't nobody else really in that division that they could really profit that much from in comparison to Charlo. You know what I mean? So they're like, oh, we'll wait. I guarantee you, if Canelo Alvarez is like, yeah, I'm moving back down to 160, I'm gonna become undisputed at 160. WBC would have stripped Jamal right away, then put Canelo in position to fight for that belt. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's sad. It's sad that it's like that, Juan. But unless fans demand some type of change, ain't shit really gonna happen. Because what the fans really don't understand is we really control a lot of this shit that we don't. I'm not gonna say we control it, but we have a lot of influence on how the way these sanctioning bodies and how the whole world of boxing in general moves. You know what I mean? But if we don't collab together, and because we stronger in numbers, but if there's only 2 people outside that's willing to make a change, while everybody else, while the 100 other people inside is letting shit happen, however, then them 2 fans are powerless. That's outside fighting for a case. But if them 100 people step outside and join them 2 fans, then we could probably see some changes. There's strength in numbers, man. You know what I'm saying? Tank the executioner says, Clarissa started with Tank jumping in his business now and her feelings, but they clapped back. That clapback was funny as hell, not gonna lie. Yeah, man, we gonna get into this. I want to speak more on like Clarissa Shields is like how the way she's been moving lately and how I really disagree with it. You see what I mean? Because look, this is what I'm gonna say. Clarissa Shields, she's the GOAT. You see what I mean? She's done some spectacular things in the sport of boxing and the amateurs and in the professionals. How many people can you honestly say have gotten 2 gold medals? There's not that many people on that list. We look at Guillermo Rigondeaux, Vasil Lomachenko. I'm sure there's a few other people low-key that have gotten that, who've been able to capture that feature, capture that accomplishment. But Clarissa Shields is one of them people on a very small list. You see what I mean? Then she was the first person in general to become 2-time undisputed in 2 separate weight classes. You know what I mean? Completely dominates. You know what I mean? Definitely the pound for pound #1 female fighter in the world. And that's an absolute fact. But the problem that I have with Clarissa Shields is she's not satisfied with being the GOAT. You feel what I mean? She's not satisfied with just being the best female fighter. For some reason, she wants to be acknowledged as one of the best fighters in the world, period, like amongst men as well. And unfortunately, it just doesn't work that way. You see what I mean? Obviously, if we're having an honest, objective conversation, we know that men have a significant advantage over women when it comes to physical strength, power, whatever it is, anything physical. Most likely, we're going to have the advantage in that situation. You feel what I mean? So it wouldn't be fair to put Clarissa Shields in the same category as a Terrence Crawford, because we all know, in all honesty, that Clarissa Shields isn't capable of keeping up with somebody like Terrence Crawford. And Clarissa Shields' head, for some reason, she feels like because she's been dominating these females so long, that she's capable of keeping up with men. I recall her calling out Triple G in the past. I recall her calling out Rolly Romero, Keith Thurman, and now she's calling for a Ryan Garcia fight. Why is that? Why are you not satisfied with beating girls like Hannah Gabriel, Savannah Marshall, all these other champions that you beat in the past? You even called out Layla Ali in the past. That's more of the direction that you need to be in. You know what I mean? You getting into it with Alicia Bumgarner, you need to stay in that lane. Why is it so hard for you to just accept the fact that you are the greatest within your lane? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to female boxing, there's not many females that could keep up with Clarissa Shields. You know what I mean? But what makes me laugh more than anything is you really have this idea that you can compete with men. Meanwhile, you don't even have the power necessary to stop the women that's in your division. You see what I mean? Savannah Marshall was eating your punches like cereal, my nigga. You see what I mean? You don't stop anybody. You can't crack a fucking egg, and you think you're gonna be able to get respect from men in the boxing ring? You see what I mean? It don't really make any type of sense to me. Let's keep it 1,000. She called out Triple G. Triple G will put you in the fucking body bag. Literally. That's not like a metaphor or anything like that. That man will put you in ICU. Right? Let's talk about Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman clowning you, talking about it will have to be with charity. You got to wear headgear. You see what I mean? He got to have one hand tied behind his back, and he's only throwing jabs. He's letting you know that he could really hurt you if he really wanted to. And that's an absolute fact. And I don't even rock with Keith Thurman. He's a clown. You feel me? No, I'm not talking about Savannah Marshall. What I was saying was when Clarissa Shields fought Savannah Marshall, Clarissa couldn't hurt her. She has absolutely no power, but somehow she thinks she's going to be able to obtain some type of respect from men when being in the boxing ring with them. You see what I mean? Who else did she call out? Rolly Romero. You know, Rolly Romero is one of the biggest clowns in the sport of boxing. I call him out every chance I get. I love talking shit about Rolly Romero, but let's not act like you could take a punch from Rolly Romero. You see what I mean? There's no way in hell you take a punch from Rolly Romero. Ain't no way he hits you with one of them left hooks and you still gonna be standing after the fact. You see what I mean? Who else? And now you calling out Ryan Garcia, who's pretty much one of the left hook kings in the sport of boxing right now, who got a shit ton of pop. Is he very skilled? No. But one thing about him, that motherfucker has punching power. You see what I mean? You see how he had Devin Haney all over the ring and all types of shit. You see what I mean? ain't no telling what he will do to somebody like Clarissa Shields. You know what I mean? You are a big woman. You know, you walk around pretty heavy, but at the same time, you are not able to withstand power from a man. You feel what I mean? And it's the reality of the situation, man. And you don't got, there's nothing within you. There's nothing within you besides you having the mentality, because clearly you confident in your head that you think you could be the man. That's probably the best attribute you got. But what you provide physically is not going to be enough to withstand a fight with any world-rated fighter that's a man in boxing right now. Females, you got it. You see what I mean? You'll beat Alicia Bumgarner the fuck up. I genuinely believe that. I think there's nobody in or around your division that could fuck with you. But for some reason, that's not enough for you to be satisfied with. For some reason, there's some type of insecurity within Clarissa Shields where she feels like, you know, somebody maybe she doesn't want to deal with the fact that men have this type of advantage over her. So what she's doing is trying to make herself equal to men. So what is she doing? She's going out of her way to call out men that she knows damn well ain't gonna fight her. It brings me back to the time where, do y'all remember when Ronda Rousey was out here breaking arms and, you know, absolutely dominating the female division in the UFC? You know, dominating, right? There was this stupid ass you know, thing going around at that point in time. They were saying that if you put Ronda Rousey and Floyd Mayweather, if they were in a dark alley and it was just them two and they were to fight, Ronda Rousey would win, man. And then you got all these goofy ass fucking weirdos and shit. I'm not gonna say who they are, but you know, you feel what I mean? I'm not gonna say the specific race, but you know what I mean. They had the complexion. You know what I mean. I'm gonna just say that. They're like, yeah, man. You can tell by the voice I'm doing. Yeah, man. Ronda would beat Floyd up, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. You know, if they were in a dark alley, man, who knows what had happened? You know what I'm saying? So now there was everybody like, yeah, Ronda will beat Floyd. Ronda will beat Floyd. Now let's keep it 1,000, right? We understand that she's a fucking judo expert or whatever that situation is, man. But at the same time, she ain't beating no fucking Floyd Mayweather, dog. Real fight, inside the ring, outside the ring. We seen what punches from Holly Holm did to Ronda Rousey. And all this shit they was talking about there, if they were going to dark alley and all this shit would happen. And you know, boxing wouldn't be able to keep up with somebody who has the skill set of a Ronda Rousey. Who did Ronda Rousey lose to? A former boxing champion named Holly Holm. And how did Holly Holm defeat Ronda Rousey? Besides, you know, the kick that pretty much put her in the dirt. She outboxed her. You see what I mean? So now, you know, Ronda Rousey, you know, she's disappeared now. I don't even think she's in the WWE no more, but that's besides the point. What I'm trying to say is we need to get rid of this idea that women should be competing with men in a physical contact sport and a sport that sanctions violence. You see what I mean? Clarissa Shields cannot compete with no man that's elite, just like her. Joseph S says, who gives a fuck about MMA? It was an example. I wasn't really getting into MMA, sir. Maybe if you were, you know, paying attention, or maybe if you came into the live on time, then you would know that I wasn't really talking about MMA. It was just an example of MMA. I was bringing an example that came from MMA. You feel what I mean? And it included a boxer, by the way. So I don't know exactly what you trying, where you coming from, but you know what I mean? Shout out to Tesla Marley. What up? What up? You see what I mean? But yeah, man, it's just funny, man. And this shit dates back. This shit with Clarissa Shields dates back. I remember she called out Triple G. You know what I'm saying? I remember she called out Triple G, bro. And I'm like, is she okay? Like, what, like, is this clout? Is she serious? Bro, she really believes that she could beat these niggas, bro. And that shit just that I don't really understand that. Like, why are you not satisfied with, you know, just being in your lane? It's okay to be the GOAT. You brag about it all the time, the greatest woman of all time. You know what I mean? You're the greatest amongst women. I remember she had put out this statement the other day that, you know what I mean, she's the third greatest of all time. I think she said some shit like Muhammad Ali, Floyd Mayweather, and her. I'm like, are you fucking serious? Like, are you serious? You can't make this shit up, man. So I don't know what's up with Clarissa Shields, man. I don't know if she clout chasing right now. Cause she know damn, and this is the thing, she know damn well ain't no fucking state athletic commission that's gonna sanction her to fight any elite man in boxing right now. They will not allow that. She knows that. You see what I mean? Look, Karma talking about she'll fight anyone, but I'm not delusional enough to believe I'll beat GGG. And what's funny is all the niggas that she bringing up to fight, they all got power. It's like she talks shit about GGG, that boy punching. You talking about Keith Thurman? I know for a fact. I know people that spar Thurman. That boy punching. You talking about Rolly Romero? We already know Rolly ain't all that. But one thing that motherfucker got is power. Now you talking about Ryan Garcia? We know he ain't all that. He's a fucking drug cheat. But what we cannot deny is that boy got power. You are in infinite danger regardless of who you fight. Like, come on, dog. And then let's not act like we didn't just see that sparring clip not too long ago. You getting cracked with 16 to 18 ounce gloves from a man who's not even world rated, not even a top contender in his weight division. And he put you on your ass badly. Badly. And this is sparring. You got thick, you got quality headgears on and all types of shit. And it looked like you were bigger than him. You feel me? So it's like to watch this shit go on with Clarissa Shields, and people be egging her on too. That's how you know they're not really her friends. They're not keeping it a buck where they be, yeah, whoa, yeah, you could do it. Yeah, they man, they don't want no smoke. Whoa, like cut it the fuck out. Cut it the fuck out, bro. Yeah, they don't want no smoke. They don't want no smoke. But it's not for the reason that, they scared of Clarissa. They scared of what they would do to Clarissa. Straight like that. You need to focus on getting your ass back in the ring, first of all, because I don't even remember the last time Clarissa fought. I know she just did MMA a little while ago, but in terms of being in the boxing ring, I don't remember her being back in since Savannah Marshall. And I don't even know how long ago that was. Let me take a look at that. Let me see Clarissa Shields' box rec. Let me see the last time she fought. Okay, I remember she beat up on Cornejo. Maricela, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was in June. So it's about to be a year anyway. Yo, Silks, you out of pocket. You said Sonny Edwards a KO. That was Sonny Edwards, bro. You out of pocket. I don't know. Yeah. Carver said Sonny Edwards. No, no. I get what he's trying to say though. Like obviously he's playing, but yeah, like I get where he's going with that. Like you can't compete with no elite men, bro. You just need to get that shit out of your head. It's okay to be a woman. You could and I'm calling you a woman because you claim to be the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Greatest woman of all time. I don't know what you identify as, but you say woman, so I'm gonna say, what I mean? It's okay to be a woman because we gotta be careful with that nowadays. It's okay to be a woman, and it's okay to strictly compete amongst women. Can you imagine? And this is how stupid you sound. Like let's say like Nayua Inoue, right? The Ring magazine just named him pound for pound number one. But regardless, imagine one day this motherfucker just is like, you know what, man, I'm not satisfied with just beating on niggas, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not satisfied with that. You see what I mean? Oh, man, you know what? I don't just want to take over men's boxing. I want to take over women's boxing. And then he just proceeds to go down to female boxing and call out female boxers. You see how goofy that sound, right? I look at Clarissa Shields the same way. You know what I mean? I know that Nayua Inoue will have the advantage, but I'm talking about in terms of like trying to step over and call out women. I look at it the same way as Clarissa being a woman calling out men. It's just like you look dumb. You look absolutely dumb. I don't know if the people around Clarissa Shields is engaged, from what I understand. She was just having that little 40-minute rant about Gervonta. She talking about, I'm engaged. I have a man. Okay, if you have a man, why the fuck is your man not telling you to chill the fuck out? Are you the man in the relationship? Like, what's going on with that? Like that's weird. Like if that's my girl, I'm like, yo, chill the fuck. Like, yo, worry about what you could, you know what I mean, can handle. You know what I'm saying? Stay in your lane, continue doing what you're doing. That's not for you. You feel me? But I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. That's all I really had to say about Clarissa Shields, bro. She be on some goofy shit. She need to stop trying to compete with men so bad. Yeah, because she paid a bill. Carmen said because she paid a bill. She probably, I don't know her man. I ain't going to judge her man. Her man probably a get money nigga. I don't know. I ain't going to judge her. You know what I'm saying? I know Clarissa Shields get a little nice bag or whatever, but you know what I mean? We don't know how them checks looking on her husband's side. Shit, he probably get more money than her. We don't know. I have no idea who her husband is. So I ain't even about to judge that man and act like Clarissa wear the pants. She probably submissive for that motherfucker. Who knows? But you know, in terms of how the way like she's acting, like in the boxing world, I would intervene. I'm like, yo, what is you doing? Like, you calling out niggas for what? Like, I definitely sit her ass down. Like, you tripping. Damn, Pagai, you shot out. You shot out. I ain't gonna say none of that. Clarissa Shields not for me, but I see why like other men would be attracted to her. You know what I'm saying? She got some little, you know what I'm saying, intriguing features. I'm gonna just say that. She not attractive to somebody like me, but you know what I mean? Like I see why other men be like, yo, she, you know what I mean, she alright type shit. And per guy, for real, I unblocked you, but you on thin ice, my nigga. Cause I remember you was on Southpaw Dick the other day. You feel what I mean? So you on thin ice, my brother. I'm gonna just let you know that right now. Let me just say that, and you can take it however you want to take it. You feel me? But you was blocked, but I unblocked you. But you on thin ice, my nigga. Just know that. Yeah, Clarissa Shields. I got into that situation. You know what I'm saying? That's all I really need to speak about Clarissa Shields. I'm not the type of nigga that go out their way to degrade women or come at women. I'm not one of them type dudes. I don't give off that type of energy. But at the same time, Mazuma TV holds people accountable. You feel what I mean? We hold people accountable, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, male, female, I came on here and I talked about Alicia Bumgarner. When she tested positive, I held her accountable. I had my words to say about that. Clarissa Shields out here wilding, looking for some type of validation amongst men for some reason. So I feel like she wilding, so I'm checking her on that too. And it is what it is, you know what I mean? But I'm not the type that's gonna come on here and talk greasy about no women and call them out their name. And you know, I ain't on that Javante shit where, you know, I'm out here telling her she look like a Frenchie or some shit like that. I ain't into all that. It's funny, but I ain't into all that. But I mean, that shit ain't gonna come out from my mouth. You know what I mean? I was raised by women. I was the only boy in my crib outside of my father, but my father split from my mom real young in my life. You know what I'm saying? So growing up, it was me. I had two older sisters and my mom. So I got a different side. All right, you ain't gotta take a side in beef that's not yours, but I remember you was rocking for him heavy in our chat. You know what I'm saying? So you, for all I know, you was taking sides. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's cool. You know what I mean? We ain't gonna do too much talking about that shit, but just remember, I remember. That's all I'm saying. Alicia Bumgarner, not all that either. She looks strong as hell. I don't know. I met Alicia Bumgarner in person before. She's a beautiful woman. She is a beautiful woman. I met her some time back before she was a world champion. I had a conversation with her and all. For those of y'all who know, they know. You know what I'm saying? But Alicia, she a beautiful woman though. She definitely looked good in person. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. When she took them peds or whatever though, she started looking a lot. She started to look like my uncle and shit like that. But you know what I mean? It looked like she got up off that shit and her body starting to like, you know what I'm saying, smooth out. You feel what I mean? So I think she's going back to the old her. But when she was on that shit, bro, she was looking like my Uncle Carlo and shit. You feel me? She like she like my uncle, bro. On some real shit. What I kill. I plead the fifth, my brother. You talking to somebody in a committed relationship. You ain't gonna get that up out of me. Get me in trouble. Yo, you remember too much, my nigga. You about to get timed out for a little bit, dog. Yeah, I'm about to put you in timeout, JK. You wildin'. You talking too much. You bringing up some old shit. Nah, man, but yeah, man, that's all I want to say about Clarissa Shields, man. Listen, Clarissa, you great at what you do, right? In my eyes, you pound for pound number one. I think you're the best woman boxer in the world right now. I mean, I feel like there's other women that got their case, Amanda Serrano and shit like that. However, I got you number one right now. You feel me? Um, with that being said, man, stop trying to chase. You know what I mean? Stop trying to clout chase off of these men. You know what I mean? You know, and damn well you ain't beating no elite men on no elite level and no pro boxing ring with no 8-ounce gloves and no 3-minute time frame. You know what I'm saying? Come to grips that being dominant within your gender is okay. You know what I mean? Be okay with the idea that you're great in your lane. Stepping outside of your lane, that's not realistic. Nobody gonna give you no opportunity to fight no fucking man. Stop going out of your way to try to feel like you know what I mean? That because what it is, in all honesty, man, it's her subconsciously feeling like she's inferior to men. You feel what I mean? And Karma, I don't know, Karma's in the building. She's a woman. I'm sure she would agree with that. You know what I mean? If fighting men is constantly on her mind or constantly feeling like she got to prove herself to men is constantly on her mind, that's her subconsciously revealing that she feels like she's inferior to men at this point in time. So how could she feel on the same level personally as a man if she was to defeat one or she was to compete against one? You see what I mean? It's not really that necessary. It's not. Come on, shorty. Like you can't crack an egg amongst females, and you think that you're gonna get a man's respect in a boxing ring when they're taking big punches from other men. Come on, dog. Cut it out. Cut it out. I don't even know if you will make it out of a full training camp with them top guys in your weight class, right? What you fight at 160, 168? Could you be a chief sparring partner for John Beck right now? Okay, let's go up to 168. Could you be a chief sparring partner for David Benavidez right now? How about David Morrell? How about Canelo Alvarez? The answer is no. You wouldn't make it out of a training camp with these guys, and you want to fight in a ring with them? Make that shit make sense. But regardless, man, I'm all for the Clarissa Shields topic, man. She definitely need to tighten up. And I wish her the best. I hope she continue to dominate. I hope she continue to be pound for pound number one and all that good shit. But you know what I'm saying? But that shit, that's all. You know what I mean? I'm not, like I said, I'm not here to degrade women or anything like that. I love my women, man. They beautiful people. But sometimes, you know what I mean, they can step outside of their lane a little bit. You just gotta redirect them motherfuckers back in the lane they supposed to be in. So, hopefully this finds her well and she makes some adjustments and at least think about things objectively, because it seemed like, Clarissa Shields a little bit closed-minded, stubborn a little bit. You know what I mean? But you definitely need some people like me around you that let you know that you bugging the fuck out and you need to, stay in your lane. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But that's pretty much all I needed to say about that. We a half hour in right now. We got 29 people in the building. Let's check the likes, man. Let's see how many likes we got in the building so far. You know what I mean? Let's check this out. We got 16 likes, man. That's absolutely disappointing, my brothers. Let's get them likes on the up. You know what I'm saying? We got 29 people. Let's get 29 likes, man. I know it, bro. It don't cost nothing to hit a like button, man. You know what I mean? It don't cost nothing to hit a like button, man. Y'all over there talking about, I ain't giving this nigga no likes. The fucking, man, fuck this nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? They blocked me from the chat, man. Fuck this nigga, man. He ain't getting none of my likes. He ain't getting none of my likes. Okay. Stubborn ass motherfuckers, man. Boxing Phil says I could tell you not a yes man. You can ask anybody that I've ever done business with or been in camp with. You know what I'm saying? They could tell you how I give it up. You know what I mean? I'm the type motherfucker, like if somebody spar and I feel like they don't look good, I'm gonna say it. You know what I mean? I might say it in a way that you don't like, but hopefully you'll take it as me looking out for you so you could tighten the fuck up and be better. You know what I mean? I'm not one of them people that sit down a lot of fighters. I tell, like, if one of my fighters lost and I genuinely felt like they lost, I'll tell them, yo, yeah, you definitely lost this, John. This is the reason why you lost. Now let's get back to the gym, tighten up so we won't make this mistake again. I'm that type dude. And I'm like that overall. I have people that call me all the time for advice because they know I'm going to keep it a buck. I'm like people's go-to when it comes to, like, certain situations that they in. I've had people get into arguments right in front of me and then call me later like, yo, was I wrong for that? And I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? No, I don't think you was wrong, but your approach was off. You should have went about it like this type shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, you always get them people that be like, oh yeah, man, Mark a hater, man. But the reality of the situation is, you know, they sensitive and they ain't like how the way I had delivered my opinion to them. That's all that really is. You know what I mean? I don't put my opinion out there if it's not asked for. You know, typically outside of this, you know what I'm saying? Even on here, people reach out to me, yo, what you think about this? Yo, make a video about this, and then I'll do so. You know what I mean? I'll be heavily requested when it comes to the opinions. You feel me? But the thing is, you know, some people they'll ask for my opinion, and then when I give them an opinion they don't like, then they're like, "Oh man, well, you know, I don't really care what nobody got to say anyway." Then don't ask me, fuck nigga, fuck you talking about? You feel me? But you know, that's a totally different thing, man. Let's talk about Ellie Seckbag nut ass, man, because I want to get into this a little bit. You know, my son, he be waking up in the middle of the night sometimes, man. You know what I mean? So let me make sure I get these out of here before my boy wake up and start asking for milk. Some shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely always keep it a stack. But always understand that if I'm giving you like some type of honest, you know, feedback or whatever, bro, you should appreciate that because I could easily just let you continue to fuck up and do your thing and keep making mistakes. You know what I mean? I don't know. My dad always kept it a buck with me. If he felt like I was tripping and shit like that, uh, this dude right here, he be trolling me, but it is what it is. I don't block them. You know what I mean? He said, "I'm back, buddy. JK, I agree with you this time. Greetings." He said greetings like he one of them Star Trek niggas. He said earned a new sub. That's what's up, my brother. I appreciate you coming through, man. As long as you keep it respectful, you know what I mean. You know, I'm with the jokes. You know what I mean. I don't mind being trolled a little bit, but you know, keep it to a minimum, man. Uh, let's talk about Ellie Seckbag because you know, obviously, Ellie Seckbag is one of the biggest haters in the sport of boxing, one of the most biased reporters in the sport of boxing. In all honesty, bro, let's keep it a buck. I don't like to use this word too loosely, but I'm gonna just call it what it is. The man is a culture vulture. You know what I mean? Never contributed anything to the sport. You know what I mean? Didn't come from the sport at all. As far as I'm concerned, this boy done came from Israel. Uh, oh shit. He done came from Israel, and then when he first started to come over here to like record stuff and be a reporter and shit like that, he started in the NBA. You see what I mean? I remember him doing interviews with Kobe and you know doing your mama jokes with Shaq and shit like that. But for some reason, he was no longer able to come back into the NBA and do reporting, or he just stopped altogether. I don't know exactly what the situation was, but then he comes over to boxing and all of a sudden, he's this big time boxing reporter. You know what I mean? He put out like 1,000 videos a day. You know what I mean? Just completely. He's definitely a quantity type dude. You see what I mean? And when I first started watching Elie, you know what I mean? I don't think he was really like this. I don't know exactly what happened with him. Um, I have no idea exactly what happened to him because I don't remember him being so biased, but I do remember some times where he was a big hater of Tyson Fury, man, like a huge hater of Tyson Fury for no like apparent reason at all. You see what I mean? Um, he said Ellie knee pad. That's fucking hilarious. Uh, you know, I remember him being a huge hater of Tyson Fury, even like years ago, like before he fought Klitschko and all that. You know what I mean? But Tyson Fury continued to prove him wrong, but he would never give him credit, never give him credit. I'm like, yo, that's a pretty bad quality, man, because you know, there's like fighters that I'm not fans of, but then they would prove me wrong and I would give them their credit. You see what I mean? He said, who do you think wins? Frank or Tank? I think Tank is gonna beat him. I think Tank got him. I think Tank got him. I watched little flaws that you know Frank Martin got, and I think that you know Tank could definitely take advantage of that and break him up. That's just me though. You know what I mean? There's some people that's rooting for Frank though, depending on who you talk to. But I think Tank is going to win. But yeah, man, he just continued to hate on Tyson Fury. I'm like, yo, that's a pretty. He got some hate in his blood. Like what's going on with him? So then I remember he had the audacity to come into a Tyson Fury like media scrum and then try to ask him a question. And Tyson Fury was like, "Nope, man, you get up out of here, bro. Like you one of my biggest haters, man. Get the fuck up out of here." And then got mad when Tyson Fury kicked him out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, what the fuck? We're like, all right, whatever. So now, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I remember Devin Haney, and I remember him like interviewing Devin Haney and shit like that, and I thought that was pretty cool. But you know, according to Devin Haney, you know, shit started to go bad with Ellie Seckbag over some little stupid ass reason. I forgot what it was. I don't know if it was because of like him not doing an interview with him, or it was something along those lines that they did something that Ellie didn't like. So ever since then, Ellie has been on an absolute rampage to, you know, try to destroy this man, his character, his reputation, his image. You feel me? So now, you know, since the Ryan Garcia pop positive for PEDs and shit like that, which is a fact. This isn't a theory. This isn't alleged. This isn't like hearsay, bro. This is facts. The fact of the matter is Vada caught this man with a banned substance in his system. Facts. You know what I mean? No matter how you put it, no matter how you slice it, weigh it, whatever, Ryan Garcia tests positive for ostarine, right? Now we see these people coming out of the woodworks, and because Tyson Fury is a cheater, though, he's a known drug cheat. Okay, we do know that, Blitz. We do know that. You know what I'm saying? But before the PED allegations came out with Tyson Fury, Elie was hating on him. We know that for a fact. Elie was hating on Tyson Fury way before the PED stuff. Because I remember the board meet and all that shit, and, you know, him having stuff, and then the British Boxing Board of Control was investigating Tyson Fury. I remember this. But I'm talking about Elie was hating on this man way before. You know what I mean? So let me get back on topic, because I'm going to show you guys some videos of Elie getting absolutely roasted by his own people. You feel what I mean? And it's embarrassing. You know, it just takes simple logic to, you know, completely destroy this man, Ellie Seckbag. You feel me? But anyway, you know, like I said, Ellie Seckbag was on a rampage, just trying to destroy Devin Haney's character, his image or whatever, trying to make him out to be some type of like goofy in the sport of boxing. When Devin Haney's been a pretty stand-up dude so far. He's been giving them some quality fights. You know, he's making history. He's doing things that people his age aren't really doing. So now, let's fast forward. Ryan Garcia defeats Devin Haney or whatever. Ellie Seckbag is celebrating, of course. You know what I mean? And now, you know, the PED stuff comes up. Ellie Seckbag becomes one of them dudes that doesn't believe that Ryan Garcia tests positive. You know, completely just disrespects Vada. You know what I mean? For as long as I can remember, Vada was very well respected in the anti-doping industry and shit like that. But all of a sudden, since Ryan Garcia tests positive, you know, everybody wanted to degrade Vada. You know what I'm saying? They talking about how the Nevada State Athletic Commission is setting up Ryan, and, you know, the head of the the New York State Athletic Commission, the head of it, that person resigned. But what people aren't telling you was there was talks for that person resigning from the New York State Athletic Commission well before Ryan Garcia test positive. That was already in the works. You see what I mean? So they don't really talk to you about that because they don't fucking know that. They don't do their own research. They just see shit and try to put two and two together when, you know, they don't even know the previous history. You feel what I mean? Another thing, New York State Athletic Commission was not the ones who tested Ryan Garcia positive for the banned substance. So why the fuck would that person resign and shit like that? Why would they resign off of Ryan Garcia when they're not the ones who conducted the drug test? It was Vada who conducted the drug test. You feel what I mean? Two totally separate people. Two totally separate, you know, companies. You feel me? But, you know, people I don't know. Some people just don't think through shit. You know what I mean? They just be spewing bullshit. You know, they copy and paste what people say, and they don't even do research to formulate their own opinion. So let's get into this video right now, man. You know, Ellie Seckbag has a pretty good relationship with the Garcias. You know, Robert Garcia, Mikey, and then Robert Garcia has a son named Pita. You know what I'm saying? I think his name Pita. And Pita absolutely shreds Ellie Seckbag with just pure facts. You know what I mean? And he provided some great points that I've been saying ever since this whole shit came up. You know what I mean? But let's get to these comments real quick. Yo, Mark, you hip to Ezra Charles. I learned earlier today that James Toney watched a lot of Ezra Charles, especially when he was coming up as a young man. Yeah, bro, I'm very familiar with Ezra Charles. Very familiar. I watched a lot of his footage. And I have a fighter that, you know, has a lot of them type qualities. So I had him watch Ezra Charles. So, yeah, I'm very familiar with who he is. You know what I'm saying? He's an all-time great. He says, my prediction, Martin stops Tank in the first round. I will risk the unbelievable prediction just for the fun of it. Jesus Christ. That would be insane. That shit will stop the boxing world from turning. Literally, like, you know what I mean? That's a crazy John. Every content creator I ask about Ellie, they don't like him. I do like his inside access. I think he's an important person to follow. Well, I disagree with you. I think that, he's a very biased reporter. And, he has some good connect. He got some good relationship with some solid people. Like I said, Robert Garcia is somebody he got a good connection with. And Robert Garcia is one of my favorite trainers. However, I do think that anybody who's standing for Ryan Garcia passing failing a drug test, you know what I mean? Completely disregarding the fact that he failed a drug test just because they have a certain type of hatred for another fighter, I can't rock with. You feel what I mean? But to each his own. You can feel like that all you want, but me personally, I don't agree with you in that sense. I don't think that he's important at all. And that it's just that simple. You know what I mean? So let's get back to these videos. Let's go through these videos right now, man. So, like I said, try to hear this out. And then the coach got banned for life from working on for BET. All the fucking media and everybody keeps saying it. Oh no, I believe him. I don't think he did it on purpose. I think this, I think that. We're in combat sports. Did you see what he did to Devin Haney? I heard Devin Haney. That beating that Devin Haney took, you'll never be able to take that part away from him. So even if they suspend him for whatever, if they fine him for whatever, the beating that he gives Devin Haney, and what are we talking about? Right about Terrence Crawford. Why can't I take that fine? I think it's not to be fair because of the beating he took off the Terrence Crawford. That was fair and square. The beating that Devin Haney took to Ryan Garcia was not fair and square anymore. So the beating that he took, they'll never be able to take that away, whether they like it or not. He was on BET, whether you believe it or not, whether Ryan's dad believes it or not. He was on BET when he fought Devin Haney. The beating that he gave Devin Haney now, who knows how he's going to recover now. And that thing was still put beating out. No difference. Yeah. Do you see and watch Robert Garcia, man? You know what I mean? He's one of my favorite trainers. Let's not get it wrong, but he looks like one of those people who's coming to Ryan Garcia's aid. I don't know if it's a Mexico thing. I don't know exactly what the situation is, but every time Pita is getting these facts off, his father is interjecting and attempting to, throwing like little sidebars like, yeah, but some people, they might take PEDs by mistake. Oh, well, I think he would have beat him regardless, by the way. Bro, it don't fucking matter. I don't get it. It don't matter if you believe Ryan Garcia was going to beat him anyway. It don't matter that some people might get set up to use a performance enhancement drug. That does not change the fact that they were on the fucking performance enhancement drug. Why are you guys deflecting so much? Why are y'all deflecting so much? Do people take PEDs unknowingly? I'm sure it's happened before. I'm sure there's been times where strength and conditioning coaches might have put something in their shake. There might have been times where they just gave him a supplement and told him not to worry about it and that it was something that, really wouldn't pop up on no drug test or whatever. I'm sure these things have happened before. But what's the reality? They test positive. Is there situations where, maybe stylistically Ryan may have had the advantage regardless? With or without a PED, may he have come out victorious? Maybe. However, that does not change the fact that Ryan Garcia cheated in this fucking fight with Devin Haney. Why don't people understand that? Why don't people want to admit that? Because they definitely understand it. There's no way that they don't understand it. Why are people bro, it's like extremely frustrating. It's like, bro, why are y'all trying to look past that so bad? Do y'all hate Devin Haney that much? Do y'all want to see Ryan Garcia come out successful that much? Or do y'all just want to see Devin Haney lose so much? Which one is it? Your man, Ellie Seckbag, gave me the stiff arm like he was a celebrity. Man, fuck Ellie Seckbag. Let that man give me I'll give him a stiff hook. Pause. Fuck you mean? Stiff jab. You know what I'm saying? But that was just part one. So what Pita was pretty much saying in that one part of the video is he said Blitz Tactic says their hate for Devin Haney makes it hard for them to accept Ryan cheated. That's a fact. That's really what it is. That's really what it is. That's really what it is. This is about as simple as that. Lorenzo said people's hate for Haney outweighs what Ryan did illegally. It's another fact. But, you know, P-Dot definitely getting these facts off.
He did it with a performance enhancing drug in his system. So whether people believe it, I think he could have not known that he had it. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. He had it in his system. I know whether you think he did it. I mean, it's not. He didn't know. But it doesn't matter. He had it in his system, and he put a beating on Devin Haney, and that beating that he put on Devin Haney they'll never be able to take that away. They'll never be able to take that away. So now we don't know how Devin Haney is going to come back. So the problem is that, people now throwing on the run, who cares for this and that. Devin Haney's the only one that's fucked here. He's the only one that's fucked. Because they're going to suspend Ryan for 6 months. He's probably not going to fight for fucking 6 months. They're going to find him in the mountain. Who cares? He's not a world champ. He doesn't care about becoming a world champ. That's not why he's in there. He's in this to make up money. That's it. Devin Haney was world champ. He did everything right. He's the one that didn't test positive. He's the one that made it weight. He continued with the fight when he couldn't cancel the fight. He did everything right. And he's the one that took the beat.
That's what I've been saying the whole time, bro. Devin Haney did everything right. He made weight. He renegotiated with Ryan so they could still make the fight happen. He did not test positive for any PEDs. He was a complete fighter, a clean fighter the entire time. And you would think that Devin Haney would get more respect than Ryan Garcia due to the fact that Ryan Garcia did everything wrong. He missed weight. He tested positive for a PED. But at the end of the day, they still rocking with Ryan Garcia. You know what I'm saying? So he's making a great point right here. Let me see. Hold up. So let's go on to the third video. It's 4 parts.
Oh, we should believe it. No, he probably didn't know. Or what about Devin Haney? What about Devin Haney? He made weight. He's the champ. His opponent didn't make weight. He's continuing with the fight. His opponent says it, and he's going to
Bags, ain't no fucking problem.
When Bill Haney said, we're going to kill him, we're going to take him alive. Hold on. Deontay Wilder stepped before a fight, and you said,
I remember that. So, yo, check this out, right? Do y'all remember when Deontay Wilder was talking about he was going to kill Tyson Fury and all that shit? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all remember when Deontay Wilder said, I want to catch a body, I want to catch a body? He was saying that before the Tyson Fury fight, but I remember him saying the same shit about Tyson Fury, how, you know what I mean, he wants a body on his record and all that shit. And I remember Ellie Seckbag because he was a big Tyson Fury hater. I was like, yo, I wonder what he think about this. And Ellie Seckbag was coming to Deontay Wilder's aid. He was like, yeah, man, well, it's a fight, man. Like, you know, they warriors at the end of the day. They gonna want to kill each other. It's just part of promoting the fight, blah, blah, blah. And it made sense. I'm like, all right, I respect Ellie's opinion right there, man. You know what I mean? It is what it is. You know, I say the same thing. You know what I mean? That these guys are warriors. Of course, they're going to want to hurt each other. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really fault them for saying some type of shit like that. However, when Bill Haney started saying this, Ellie Seckbag was refuting what Bill Haney was saying. It was saying all types of shit like, yo, man, like, I don't really agree with what he's saying. But because you dislike Devin Haney, you hate that they saying that. But because you hated Tyson Fury, you was okay with Deontay Wilder saying that. You see what I mean? Which is exposing just how hypocritical you are. Just another contradiction on Ellie Seckbag's part. And Robert Garcia's son, who has a good relationship with Ellie Seckbag, is holding him accountable for that, keeping it 1,000 with him. You see what I mean? So it was a great counter from Peter Garcia. You see what I mean? People be cool with shit. People be cool with shit when it matches their agenda, or if it matches like the person they supporting. But when the coin is flipped, when it's on the other side of the coin, and there's somebody they don't fuck with, all of a sudden they want to stand up and act like, you know what I mean, they got some type of, you know, problem with it and shit like that. You see what I mean? So let's continue. Let's go back to this.
Oh, we should believe him. No, he probably didn't know or didn't tap. What about their name? What about their name? He made weight. He's the champ. His opponent didn't make weight. He continued to survive. His opponent said and he won. There's no problem. There's no problem. There's no problem. There's nothing to defend.
When Bill Haney says we're going to chill it, we're going to shake the blood.
Hold on. Deontay Wilder said before a fight, you said it, and you said it to school. You said it. You said it. You said it. You said it. You said it.
Well, he laughing at his goofy ass.
But the same thing. All they're doing is promoting the fight. All they're doing is promoting the fight. That's not Bill Haney. And what does that have to do with the other side being on the road and drugs? What would you be saying if Devin Haney had tested positive?
What would you say? What would you say if Devin Haney tests positive? See, this is exactly what I've been saying, man. And I'm glad that he's telling Elie directly to his face because I'm talking to Elie through a motherfucking app. You see what I mean? So he'll probably never see, you know what I'm saying? He would probably never see my opinions because there's a lot of people that cook Elie. You feel what I mean? So he'll probably never come across this video, but I'm glad that somebody told Elie to his face because I wonder if the roles was reversed. And Devin Haney beats the shit out of Ryan Garcia somehow, some way, stops him, just completely dominates him. The same way Ryan beat Devin. Imagine if the roles were reversed. And then it comes out Devin Haney tests positive for Osterine and all that. What do you think Ellie Seckbach's approach would be? Will he say he don't believe it? Will he believe Vada then? I guarantee he would. You see what I mean? There wouldn't be no conspiracy theorists out here. There wouldn't be nobody jumping to Devin Haney's aid. They would just insinuate that he was guilty. You know what I mean? As they should be. If you fail a drug test, you're guilty. You feel what I mean? And this is another thing. If Ryan Garcia is so hell-bent and so convinced that Vada set him up and shit like that, then why is he requesting the B sample? If they're setting you up, wouldn't the B sample be dirty too? If that's their intentions, why are you requesting the B sample if you feel like they set you up? Because you know you dirty. Because you know you dirty. It's really that simple, y'all. It's really that simple. Like I'm surprised that this is such a back and forth thing right now. Secret dance move says the more Garcia opens his mouth and text, the more he expresses himself as being guilty. That's a fact. And I expose him every single time. And I'm going to keep doing it too. I'm going to keep, every time Ryan Garcia says some shit that admits some type of guilt, I'm going to come on this channel and I'm going to talk about it. And that's what I'm going to continue to do because obviously how the way he's moving is wrong. And I ain't fucking with it, bro. I'm going to keep it 1,000 with you. Masterpiece says there's a few of them hater channels. That's a fact. But let's go to the last part of this video right here, man. Pita is absolutely cooking.
True that third don't make a difference because he still got back in that money.
I'm saying if you would have put the beating there right in front of Devin and Bill and Devin, how do you know? What did that happen?
I walked him since he was a teenager. He had no power.
If you got he was not right. No, he didn't. Then why were they bad? Then why did they take keys?
Because they have to recover. They help people with it.
Yo, hold up. Did y'all hear what Elie just said? Did you hear what Elie just said? Did you just hear? This is how deep his hatred runs with the Haneys, bro. This man literally said that PEDs don't make a difference. He literally just said that. Just hear him. PEDs don't make you better because it helps you recover. Yo, if PEDs don't make you better, this was a great question that Pita posed as a counter argument. If PEDs don't make you better, then why are they banned? Dickhead, because they give you a significant advantage over somebody who's not on performance enhancement drugs. So you mean to tell me that Osterine is capable of, burning fat? It's capable of enhancing your cardio, your stamina. It's capable of enhancing your stamina. It's capable of building muscle. It's capable of getting weight up off you. You mean to tell me that would not make you better? Adding on to your strength won't make you better and enhancing your cardio won't make you better? What the fuck are you talking about? If it improves your abilities physically, And what I also heard was Austrian also puts you in a better space mentally. It makes you more confident and shit like that. You see what I mean? That was another thing that I actually had read while doing research on Austrian. So you mean to tell me, bro, that PEDs don't make you better, and the only reason why it's banned is because it helps you recover better? Wouldn't that also make you better if you have a quicker recovery time than other people? What the fuck are you talking about? You cannot make this shit up, people. Let's continue hearing Ellie Seckbag just show how deep of a hater he actually is.
Yeah, but no, he didn't do it very good. So there's no way to prove it. There's no way to say he would have done this, he would have done that. Well, guess what? He fucking did it. He was on TVs.
Well, let's wait till the B-sample goes out.
He said, let's wait until the B sample comes out. Bro, if you don't believe Vada, if you feel like Vada has set up Ryan Garcia, then why are you waiting for the B sample? If your mind is made up that he's innocent, then a B sample shouldn't really change your fucking mind, right? Right? If you feel like Vada is doing Ryan Garcia wrong, if you feel like Ryan Garcia got set up, then why the fuck are you waiting for a B sample? If he got set up, then his B sample gonna come out positive too. And what's Elie gonna do? His opinion is not gonna change. He's still gonna believe the same shit because he has a deep, deep resentment towards the Haneys, and it's so. I feel like the hatred runs so deep with the Ellie Seckbag that it's starting to come off like, you know, he might not rock with that certain type of person how he claims to be. You see what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't want to call him the R word just yet. But it's starting to come across that way. It's starting to certainly come across that way. You know what I mean? Every time I see Ellie Seckbag contradict himself, I'm going to talk about it. And I don't give a fuck about how nobody feel about it. So if there's 29 people in the building, like right now, and one of them happens to be somebody who's associated with Elie or has a relationship with Elie, let that motherfucker know that I said Mazuma TV, Marcus Rosa, a.k.a. Mazuma TV. You could Google me. Mark Rosa, you could Google me. I'm all over the place. I'm not hard to find. You could quickly find out who the fuck I am. I'm going to continue calling your stupid ass out every time I catch you player hating out this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? If you got a problem with it, motherfucker, I'll punch you dead in your shit. Dead in your shit. You see what I mean? You're going to be the first reporter in the boxing world that get his ass whooped. Facts. And I'll take your camera, nigga. Play with me if you want to. I need a new camera anyway. I'm sick of using my iPhone. Go ahead and act up. Go ahead and act up. Stay your ass on the West Coast, bro. Stay on the West Coast. You feel me? Elie couldn't do no debate with me, bro. Yo, I'm going to keep it 1,000. A lot of these dudes can't do debates with me. And usually, if it's somebody that is a formidable like person to debate against, we usually have the same opinion. Because at this point in time, it's very clear what's going on with Ryan Garcia right now. Yeah, J Cash, pivot with 2 T's though. You know what I'm saying? Pivot, P-I-V-O-T-T. You feel what I mean? Come to Pivot Boxing Academy and get your ass whooped. Man, he'll never do that, bro. He not. I don't even want to classify him as a boxing nigga anyway. Like I said, he's a culture vulture, so he's not somebody I would really want to throw hands with. Y'all know who I want to throw hands with. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. I don't even think I would even go that far with Elie. I think I'll just make him look stupid verbally and just send him about his way. You feel me? Like I said, I'll take your camera, nigga. So go ahead and play if you want to. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's pretty much the 2 topics that I wanted to cover, man. I just wanted to expose Ellie Seckbag nut ass and just tell Clarissa Shields to stay in her lane, man. So with that being said, you feel what I mean? Let's get into some open topics. You know what I mean? Let's talk about what's currently going on in the boxing world. You know, I got some time. I probably got like a good 20 to 25 minutes left of speaking with y'all. So you know what I mean? Get them questions rolling, man. Let's see what's going on with the people. We got 30 people in the building. Let's check them likes, man. Let's check them likes. Let me see. Let's check them likes, man. Oh, we got 30. Okay, we got 30 likes and there's 30 people in here. Yeah, we on point. That's what's up. That's what's up. So let's get into some boxing questions, man. What y'all want to talk about? What's on y'all mind? What we fucking with today? Jordan Rules, what's going on? What's up? Blitz tactic. I hope I'm saying your name right. Is it Tactique? Tactic. I don't know. I feel like I'm saying it wrong, but regardless, shout out to the boy Blitz. He says Loma versus Cambozo. Cambosa's prediction. Who's a superior caveman? That's crazy. That's crazy. He said superior caveman. Um, Loma versus Cambosos. If Loma is anything like how he's supposed to be, then I would have Lomachenko coming out with a unanimous decision. I don't know if he's capable of stopping Cambosos. I think Cambosos is a pretty gritty guy who's experienced amongst elite level guys, whether it's Teofimo Lopez or being a chief sparring partner for Manny Pacquiao. You know, Cambosos has been through the fire before. That's something that he's pretty much accustomed to at this point in his career. So I think the only way Loma loses is if he's a shell of himself. And he has shown to be on some sort of decline. You know what I mean? He's definitely not the fighter that was at 126 or 130. I think he's older. You know what I mean? I think he's slowing down just a little bit. His feet are slowing down just a little bit. But if he's anything like himself, I got him outpointing Cambosos. You know what I mean? So with that being said, I got Lomachenko winning a unanimous decision over George Cambosos. However, if he is a shell of himself, he might have a long night against Cambosos. And the last thing you want to do is have a long night with an Australian fighter in Australia, because, you know, they had some type of crazy scorecards out in Australia. You see what I mean? So I believe Lomachenko will come out successful. And obviously, Bob Arum does too, because he says that he wants Shakur Stevenson versus Lomachenko at the end of the year. You see what I mean? I don't know how that's going to play out with Shakur Stevenson being a free agent after July. Maybe that's Bob Arum attempting to like lure Shakur Stevenson into re-signing with Top Rank or whatever the situation is. But regardless, I think Bob Arum believes that Lomachenko is going to come out victorious, and I think so as well. Teach says, I want to know why people don't think Frank Martin has a chance. 70-30 tank by KO for me, but 30% is good odds in boxing. Why people think Frank is slow? He has decent reflexes and speed for me. Frank Martin is definitely not slow. Now, is he as fast as Tank? I don't think so. But he definitely has some speed to him. He has some athleticism. And I think he's pretty sound. I think he got some pretty sound fundamentals, man. Like I said, I think he's very similar to Earl Spence. He has that Derrick James style down pack, you know, with the high guard and shit like that. He catches shots real well. He's an intelligent fighter, too. He knows how to get out of range. He knows how to run fighters into shots. He pot shots real well. He knows how to lure people into, you know, fighting his fight. You feel what I mean? I love that performance that he had against Michelle Rivera. You know what I mean? That was definitely one of my favorite performances for Frank Martin. I also like the fight with the guy that Ryan Garcia had knocked out as well. What was his name? Let me go find that real quick. Frank Martin had beat up on that dude. Hold on, let's pull that up. Let's pull that up real quick. Romero Duno. You know what I'm saying? I love that performance from him. You know what I mean? He definitely did his thing against Duno. And that was a pretty short fight, in all honesty. The Jackson Martinez one, that was another good one. You know what I mean? I believe that, you know, he did catch, I think he caught Jackson Martinez slipping. But nonetheless, that's somebody who I thought beat Rolly Romero. You see what I mean? So I thought that was a good performance as well. So Frank Martin is definitely a threat. However, he hasn't been in there with somebody at a high level like Gervonta Davis. So this is going to show a lot. You know what I mean? Similar to Jaime Munguia. You know what I mean? We didn't really know what Jaime Munguia possessed until he got in there with an elite level fighter. And Jaime Munguia, you know, he lost. He came up short. But in my opinion, I don't think he really was I don't really think he disappointed. I think he showed a lot of great qualities. And he showed that he had a lot of room to grow and a lot of potential that he had after the fight. You know what I mean? If Frank Martin was to come up short against Gervonta Davis, I'm sure that would make him a better fighter. I feel like a lot of people that have lost to Gervonta Davis, you know, were able to, you know, come back and do some good things, you know, and become better from that situation. Like Mario Barrios, you know, who's, you know, at any second could be elevated to the full-fledged WBC champion. You know, he beat Yordenis Ugas, and then he just cooked on damn, bro, I keep forgetting these dudes' names, man. It's crazy. I used to be on point with this type shit. But shit. Who was it that? Oh yeah, Fabian Maidana. He beat up on Fabian Maidana or whatever. So he doing his thing. You know, Jose Pedraza bounced back and became world champion. And you know, Let me see who else. You know, Rolly Romero bounced back, became world champion. Isaac Cruz defeated Rolly Romero, became world champion after the fact. So, yo, like these dudes have gotten better since working with Gervonta Davis, or at least fighting Gervonta Davis. So, you know, Frank Martin could very much do the same thing if he were to come up short, but he seems motivated. He working. You know what I mean? He's staying in the gym. You could tell he hungry. He in that mode. He understands that if he defeats Gervonta Davis, that it changes his entire course of his career. It changes his entire life, in all honesty. Paycheck's going to be different. His status is going to be different. The demand behind him is going to be different. His fan base is going to be different. Everything changes. You know what I mean? So I hope that he's aware of that. You know, hopefully he's studying Gervonta a whole lot, and that he's centering his whole camp around, you know, neutralizing Gervonta Davis and hopes to beat him. That's easier said than done. But, you know, we've seen upsets happen before. We've seen bigger upsets happen before. So, you know, Frank Martin is a legitimate threat. You know what I mean? In all honesty, I probably give him a 4. 60-40 is kind of close. I think 70-30 is correct. But like you said, 30% is a pretty good percentage to have. You know what I'm saying? How come Fury versus Usyk ain't getting any attention in this month? Yo, bro, that's actually a great question, man. I think it's because neither one of them are really big names in the state. I had made videos about it. It was under the impression that, you know, people would actually watch the video. Bro, I would let 2-3 days go by and that should have barely have 100 views. I'll delete the video. Like, bro, all my videos right now doing like between 300 to 500 views. You know what I'm saying? A few of them hit 1K and shit like that. Bro, the videos don't do no type of views, but at the end of the day, it's a reason why Tyson Fury, when he came over to the States, he signed with Top Rank, because he understood that he wasn't a big name in the States and he needed to get his name out there. So he had to be pushed by an American promoter. You see what I mean? But even then, Tyson Fury, you know, besides fighting Deontay Wilder, he hasn't really done anything significant in America. You know, Alexander Usyk, you know, they're both Europeans, bro. So maybe if they would have fought in the UK or whatever, then that shit would have been a sellout. That would have been a huge deal over there. But neither one of them are big names in the States. So I think that's why, you know, it's not getting any type of attention, because I feel like the biggest media outlets are in the States. You know what I mean? So if it's not intriguing to the States, or it's not taking place in the States, or the fighters aren't relatively known that well in the States, then, you know, it's probably not going to get much publicity over here. You know what I mean? So I think that's why. But, you know, every video that I have made about it, and I want to talk about this fight because, in all honesty, Fury Usyk, that shit excites me. I love the idea of the fighting, man. That's going to be, whoever wins that fight between Usyk and Fury is going to be the first undisputed heavyweight champion since Lennox Lewis back in 2000. That's a long time since undisputed. Like that fight sells itself to me on its own, for real, for real. I'm definitely tuned in. I'm not missing that fight to save for anything. I need to see who's going to come out. I'm very interested in the style matchup. I'm interested to see how Tyson Fury is going to approach this fight. I need to see if he's going to pull out the dirty tactics, if he's going to be the big guy, is he going to lean on Usyk, or is he going to attempt to outbox him? You know what I mean? Because we already know Usyk is only going to come one way. We know that he's going to come out real surgical. You know, make sure everything he throwing is sharp. He punching the combinations. You know what I'm saying? Just being intelligent. You know what I mean? How he's been throughout the entire course of his career, just outthinking guys, outskilling guys. We know that's him. You know that's what he's going to bring to the table. But Fury has different avenues that he could approach that he's done in the past. We've seen this man outbox Vladimir Klitschko. You know what I mean? But we've seen this man slug it out and go blow for blow with Deontay Wilder. So, you know, he has dimensions to his game. We've seen him use dirty tactics against Steve Cunningham to beat a smaller, athletic outboxer. So maybe he'll do the same thing with Usyk. You know what I mean? But I think Tyson Fury is going to come out victorious. I know there's other people that's rooting for Usyk. I feel like Usyk is going to win. But I think that Tyson Fury has what it takes to defeat Usyk. So I think he'll be the undisputed champion of the world. And then after that, most likely, them Saudis are going to set up Anthony Joshua versus Tyson Fury. And that might happen at the end of this year, which is another lit-ass fight. You feel me? So we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see. T said, I think Usyk outboxes Fury. Okay, that's possible. We seen Fury outboxed by guys who, like I said, Steve Cunningham outboxed Tyson Fury until Tyson Fury resorted to the dirty shit. You know what I mean? And I don't think Steve Cunningham is anywhere near as skilled of a boxer than Alexander Usyk. You know what I mean? So if Fury attempts to tries to outbox this man, he might fall into some trouble. He might have some situations. So Tyson Fury's best bet, in my opinion, is to get on his gritty shit, lean on him, put the forearm in his face, just make it a rough, uncomfortable fight. You know what I mean? Just take advantage of you being the bigger, stronger man and wear Usyk out and try to drown him in the later rounds. That's what I would suggest if I'm in Tyson Fury's camp. You know what I'm saying? Secret Dance Move says, if you could have any current trainer train you, pause, who would you choose? For my style personally, because as a box, I'm definitely on some boxer puncher type shit. I could definitely box. I could box on my toes. You know what I mean? I could use my upper body movement if I wanted to. But honestly, I love how the way Derek James trains fighters, but I don't know if that will work for me because I'm not the type dude that likes to like catch shots and shit like that. I like to slip, counter. I like to do all that shit. So I'm probably gonna go with Robert Garcia. You know what I mean? I think that he'll get me in a different mode for sure. I think that his style will match with me a lot more. Training with the Mexicans for sure. I think they'd get me right. Or Bozy. Stay in Philly and train with Bozy probably. But I'm not as athletic as like a Jerron Ennis. Like I got athleticism, but not to the level of a Jerron Ennis. So I don't know if that should have really worked out for me. You know what I'm saying? But Robert Garcia, I think he'll give me more in my zone than anybody else currently. I'm a big Nacho Beristain fan too. The counter punching and shit, punching in combinations, taking your head off the line and shit like that. I think he'll get me right. You know what I'm saying? J. Cash said, best believe when I move back to Ohio, I'm making that drive to pivot to get some work. Just don't have me sparring none of your guys. Oh, yeah, ain't nobody setting you up like that, my brother, man. We get some good work. You come over from Ohio, bro. We going to look out, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you get some good work, and I'll show you around the city, man. You know what I'm saying? That's the least I could do with you taking that long drive over. You feel me? Do y'all think Wilder will be back against Zhang? That's hard to say, man, because a lot of people is saying that Wilder looked like that against Joseph Parker because he was underprepared or because ring activity. But it could honestly be that, he shot. You know what I mean? He's older. He's just not the same. It could possibly be that. You know what I mean? It could be anything. You know what I'm saying? I'll know within the first few rounds if it even goes that long. If Wilder was underprepared for Joseph Parker or he's just not the same. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Do you think Wilder? I would like for him to be back because if he defeats Zhang, then that'll set up the Jared Anderson fight, and I would love to see that. I hope he's back. That's my answer. Do y'all think Wilder will be back? I hope. I hope. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be right back, y'all. Give me 1 second. Joe, my fault. Which style has the hardest style to beat in your opinion? I think it's Bivol. I'm gonna say Boots because he literally has every tool in his toolbox, bro, and they operate at a high level. Bud, Boots. I ain't gonna lie, Fury gotta be real difficult to beat, man. For you to be 270, 6'9", and you can move like a middleweight, and you could pull out the dog shit if you want to, like just being a dog, like being in the trenches and get gritty with you. That's hard to beat, man. So, Archer better be, you gotta be a crazy style to go against too. Like that's my God. Does Xander fight for a title after June 8th against Teixeira? I do know that if he defeats Teixeira, that shit could move him. Well, let me see the WBO rankings right now at 154. Where is Xander at? Ain't he like top 3, right? I don't think that'll put him like directly in line to fight for the title, but I think that it could put him in a final eliminator. It could put him in a situation where, let's see. Yeah, Xander Zayas is number 4. So let's say he defeats Patrick Teixeira and then he moves up to number 2. Then he would have to do it. Damn, but then look, Tim Tszyu is currently number 1 at the WBO, right? And he's about to fight Virgil Ortiz, who's at number 7. So let's say Virgil Ortiz, if he were to beat Virgil Ortiz, he'll stay at number 1. Shit. I don't know. That's pretty difficult, but I know it's going to be very difficult for him to fight for a title next. You know what I mean? He'll probably just be in another title eliminator or maybe in a final title eliminator if he's lucky. It all depends on how the way Top Rank wants to move him, honestly. But fighting immediately next for the WBO, I don't think so. Fedor about to fight Spence at the end of the year. That's what it's looking like. And, Tim Tszyu defeats Virgil, then most likely they're going to mandate Fedor to fight him. And, I don't know, maybe Xander Zayas versus Josh Kelly, possibly. That'll be a good fight. And maybe Xander, if he defeats Josh Kelly, could become number 1. But next, I don't think so. Yeah, Zane said he gonna bang him. He wilding. Yeah, he don't understand what he's saying. He gotta have a translator be like, yo, that's kind of funny, my nigga. You can't be saying that. You know what I'm saying? Who y'all got for Ruiz versus Miller? Because I think whoever comes in shape wins. They both have issues with blowing up in weight. That's a fact. You know what I mean? Big Baby Miller talking about he loved cheeseburgers. You know what I mean? And he always be 300 plus and shit like that. So I think Andy got the advantage, bro. I think Andy is more experienced at a higher level than Gerald Miller. You know what I mean? Gerald Miller's biggest opponent to date was Daniel Dubois. He got stopped. You feel me? I do think he was underprepared, though, and I still stand behind my statements that if, Gerald Miller had enough time to prepare, not just 3 weeks, and, he cut weight the right way and just went about things in a good time frame, I think he would have defeated Dubois. You know what I'm saying? But I think Andy Ruiz, but what hurts Andy Ruiz is his inactivity, bro. He hasn't fought since like Luis Ortiz, I believe. And that was, about almost 2 years ago? I like to fact check my shit before I speak on it. Yeah. Yeah, it's about to be 2 years since it'll be almost 2 years going into the Gerald Miller fight because he fights August 3rd. And the last time he fought Luis Ortiz was September 4th. So it'll be 2 years. It'll be 1 year and 11 months that he will be off since fighting Luis Ortiz. So he might be extremely inactive. That ring rust could cost him. But at the same time, man, like I said, with the experience he got, his hand speed, his combination punching, and I think he's a little bit more, intelligent than Gerald Miller. But Gerald Miller, when he's in shape, bro, he's pretty much like a fucking juggernaut, bro. He's very durable. He takes a shot very well. And he's come forward. He's action packed. So that's gonna be a lit ass fight, bro. Secret Dance Move says I think Miller will pull off a shock win. If he does, then Andy Ruiz might not ever get a title shot again for real, bro. You know what I mean? It's gonna be hard for Andy Ruiz to pop back in the title picture if he loses to Gerald Miller. Hopefully they're doing drug testing for that though. Teach says I got Miller being Andy activity. That's why that could definitely play a part. Do y'all think Spence will have a successful return against Fundora? I see he's training with Frank and Elijah Pierce. He's taking this seriously. I mean, he should be. He should be. And in all honesty, man, I don't know if Earl. I mean, no, I'm gonna take that back. But I think Earl need all the rest he could get. You know what I'm saying? Since that loss to Terrence Crawford, I was one of the people that came out here and said that he should take rest for a full year. You know what I mean? He should take a year's worth of rest to let his body recover from that situation. I don't think you should bounce back into a fight after taking that much damage. That's why I was happy that, him and Terrence Crawford were supposed to get that rematch clause going for December when they had fought, I believe, in July. You see what I mean? So, wait, was it July that they fought? Let me see. Yeah, they fought July 29th. So with that being known, it's like August, September, October, November, December. 5 months is not enough time to recover from that type of ass whooping. So I'm glad that he's going to take the time off that he needs, to fully recover. You won't be able to fully recover from that type of beating, but you'll be in a lot better space physically and mentally than you would have if you would have just took 5 months off. The more rest you get, the better. You see what I mean? Your brain definitely needs to recover from that. Your body needs to recover from that. And I think that he'll be whatever's left of Earl Spence will be there in the Fundora fight. You feel what I mean? And I think he could beat Fundora. You know what I mean? I think he could really beat him if he's anything like himself. I did see him hitting the pads. And similar to the Terrence Crawford fight, looked like his balance was all over the place for some reason. His feet didn't seem as settled as they usually are. Because that was part of what made Earl Spence so dangerous coming up, man. Like his balance was, as long as you're balanced, you're always in position to punch, right? You're always in position to punch when you're balanced. You feel me? So Earl Spence was always dangerous because he was never really, out of position. He was always able to punch no matter where he was at in the ring, no matter if he was going forward, whether he was going backwards. He always was in a place where he could let his hands go. With Terrence Crawford, it seemed like his feet was all over the place. He was lunging into shots, falling over his feet. I don't know exactly what that was, but it looked like when he was hitting the pads that his feet didn't look the most steady. I don't know what that possibly could be, but, hopefully Earl Spence corrects that and he continues to be himself because, with Fundora, if he falls over his feet and shit like that and his balance ain't all the way there, Fundora could take a lot of he could definitely take advantage of that opportunity and just outwork Earl. You know what I mean? Catch him with some clean shots while he's falling in and shit like that. That's not what he really wants to do. But if Earl Spence stays balanced, he works behind his jab like he usually does and he rips to that body real effectively, you know what I mean, and just chop that tree, he could stop Fundora. He could definitely stop Fundora if he gets in his bag, but, we'll see what's left of Earl. That's very important. What is left of Earl? Does he still have it? We don't know. You know what I mean? When you take big ass whoopings like that, you can either bounce back off of it well, or it can may ultimately derail whatever momentum left you got left in your career. It could derail that. But we'll have to wait and see, man. We don't really know. You know what I mean? There's been times where I've been so sure of shit and then it just didn't happen that way. So I don't really like to make assumptions at this point. I just like to see performances and they'll speak for themselves and it'll give me the answers that I'm looking for. You feel me? But who is gonna be Spencer's new trainer? I don't know, man. Like I said, he has some options, obviously. Who's going to turn down the opportunity to train Spence? He said he was still looking for a home, and I haven't really heard of anyone being confirmed. But however, I heard that Earl has did, several interviews with trainers. I wonder who those trainers were. If he looks to stay in Texas, if he's looking to stay in Texas, maybe he sat down possibly with Ronnie Shields. Um, if he's willing to, go to Cali or whatever the situation is, maybe he's looking at a Robert Garcia. Robert Garcia hasn't said anything, but maybe he could look at, Robert Garcia's direction. I think that Robert Garcia could do well with his type of style. I don't think he'll go with a Freddie Roach, to be honest with you. I don't think he'll go with a Freddie Roach. I would like to know the trainers he's interviewed because nobody has really said anything. You know what I mean? But according to the article that I read with the whole lawsuit with him and Derrick James, that he's interviewed several trainers to possibly take over Derrick James' position. I don't know what happened with Brian Castano Anonymous. I wish I could tell you. He fell off the face of the earth after losing to Jamel. Yeah, Robert Garcia said he would welcome him. Yeah, I seen that interview. But in terms of like him saying he got interviewed by Spence, I didn't hear him say that. So I don't know if he's a possible candidate. But I wonder if he interviewed Ronnie Shields. Because, Houston and Dallas is not that far from each other. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think it's too far from each other. Let's see. It's a 3.5-hour drive. So that's not somewhere to be driving back and forth type shit, but, it's doable. You know what I'm saying? So it's doable to, drive over, stay there for a training camp to drive back home when the fight's done type shit. You know what I mean? So I wonder who them possible trainers could be, man. Castano ballooned up in weight? Really? I gotta see this. I always thought Castano was small for 54, though. Honestly. I always thought he was small for the weight class. He always looked like a welterweight to me. But if he ballooning up in weight, he probably eat real good when he ain't training. Let's see. Castano posted a picture in March, and he don't look big at all. Let me see. He don't look that big. He don't look that big, Karma. He was in Los Angeles. He posted a story today. I don't know. Y'all tell me. He don't look big. Maybe he hiding it. I don't know. He don't look fat to me. I don't know. Some people carry weight different than others. He must have lost weight because he was fat. Oh, word? Damn, he probably got depressed after that loss. That's possible. But it looked like he training, though. Probably just waiting for a fight day, honestly. I would like to see Brian Castano versus Erickson Lubin. Brian Castano versus Jesus Ramos. Because they both coming up. I think Jesus Ramos just fought. He just bounced back, but him versus Erickson Lubin. There's so much smoke at 54, bro. I watch. Yeah, I'm familiar with Burt Cooper. I was around him before. I remember that Holyfield fight. That Burt Cooper was in some bangers, bro. Burt Cooper was a fucking warrior for sure. What old fights you recommend we watch over the weekend if we got spare time? It's a good question. I'm a big Tito Trinidad fan, so I'm gonna say watch Tito Trinidad versus Luis Campos. You can watch that, John. Shit, I don't know if I got this dude name wrong. Miguel Cotto versus. You can watch Miguel Cotto versus Zab Judah. Roy Jones versus James Toney. There's a lot of them, bro. You can watch. Y'all want to see some bangers for real? Miguel Cotto versus, I think his name was Ricardo Torres. I think that was his name. Colombian dude that can punch like a son of a bitch. Bro, he had Miguel Cotto knocked out on his feet, bro. I don't know how the fuck Miguel recovered from that. How about Hector Camacho versus Edwin Rosario? Let's see something. Yeah, it was Ricardo Torres. Shit. Ricardo Torres versus Miguel Cotto. That shit was crazy. Matisse versus Provodnikov. Bro, when I heard that fight was announced, bro, I was really concerned that somebody wasn't going to make it home to their family, bro. I'm going to keep it real. Martinez versus Paul Williams 1. Mike Alvarado versus Bam Bam. Facts. Bro, I think they both ruined each other's career, man. I think that both of them dudes fought each other so much. I think that they took all the fight up out of each other. I feel like neither one of them was the same after they fought each other, bro. But for those of y'all who don't know who Bam Bam is, he's talking about Brandon Rios. I think that they both took a lot of fight up out of each other, and neither one of them was the same when they continue to move on with their career. Danny Garcia put the nail in the coffin for Brandon Rios, bro. That shit was sad. Mike Alvarado, you know, I seen what bro, I thought that Mike Alvarado, I don't know why. I thought Mike Alvarado was gonna be able to do something with Marquez, man, and Marquez just whooped that ass. He whooped Mike Alvarado ass, bro. I couldn't believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? You said Ron Lyles, Ernie Shavers. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Juan Manuel Marquez versus Pitbull Diaz. That's another good one. That was a world-class ass whooping right there. If you watch when he beat Brandon Rios, Mike Alvarado, he lost 3 fights in a row after that. That lets you know that shit took something up out of him. I'm gonna answer this question. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Cause I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel that being motherfucking tired. You feel me? But he says, do you think Rolly Romero can become world champion again? Not in this current climate. Not with as much smoke as there is in 140 pounds. He said he'll move up to 147. He can't be no champion at 147. He can't beat Boost. He can't beat Bud. Shit. I don't even know if he could beat Barrios at this point in time. I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. So with that being said, I don't know if he could be champion again. He could definitely get in some big money fights again. I'll tell you that. You know, I was really banking on Ryan to lose to Dev because then that could possibly set up a fight between Ryan and Rolly. But maybe Ryan is a little bit too big for a Rolly fight right now with Rolly coming off of a knockout loss to Pitbull. So maybe, you know, Rolly could run into some good money fights if, you know, he run his mouth and, you know, promote himself how he usually does. But in terms of being a world champion again, that'll be very difficult to do. I don't see him going back down to 135, but even then, I don't think he could beat any of the champions at 35. Can he beat Shakur? Can he beat Kambosos? Can he beat Kambosos? Well, I'm not going to say Kambosos because he's not a champion right now. The winner of Kambosos Loma, which will most likely be Loma, he can't beat Loma. You know, can he beat Navarrete? I don't know. I think Navarrete will punish Rolly. But stylistically, he might punish Rolly. I don't know, bro. He definitely can't beat Tank. We know that. So, I mean, what else is there to really say? It just seems like it's too much smoke around him. And that's just what it is. You feel what I mean? So, yeah, that's just my opinion on that. But y'all mentioned some good fights. Marquez, Juan Diaz is a banger. Yeah, that was Pitbull Diaz. That shit was a banger. Marquez did so many dudes dirty, man. He one of my favorite fighters all time. I always forget to mention him on my list for some reason, but he's one of my favorite all time. You feel what I mean? Love watching Marquez fight. Even the fights that he had with Pacquiao, all them Jones. He got knocked down 3 times, still got a draw against Pacquiao. Like, this is a fucking animal, bro. Montel Griffin versus James Toney. Montel Griffin came to my gym and he spoke to us about the James Toney fight, and he signed a glove for us. Shout out to Montel Griffin, man. You know what I mean? But all right, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I appreciate everybody that's tuned into the channel and been showing their love, man. We got a lot of likes on the videos and shit like that, so it's very much appreciated for everybody that stopped through and been supporting. You know what I mean? I've been on here for 1 hour and 43 minutes as of right now, man. So I'm completely tired. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got my son in the back right now in the bedroom or whatever. So I'm gonna make sure he all right and shit like that, man. I'm most likely he gonna wake my ass up early. You know what I mean? He an early bird. You feel what I mean? He like to go to sleep early and then wake up early. So I gotta be ready for that. So let me get the little bit of rest that I could get because I got a long day tomorrow, man. I gotta go to the Boots and Cody Crawley press conference. Then I gotta go to the amateur show and make sure my amateur's right and shit like that and watch them perform. You know what I mean? Then I could get home and rest a little bit. You feel what I mean? So let me get this little bit of 4 to 5 hours of sleep that I'm about to get right now, man. I appreciate everybody that's been tuned in for the channel. You know what I mean? Leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you're new. Hit the bell notification so you'll know every time I post a video and go live, man. Be on the lookout for some great content tomorrow. You see what I mean? I'm definitely going to be in the building. Probably going to ask Boo some questions, Bozy some questions. Shit, if I run into Eddie Hearn, might have to ask that man some questions as well, man. So be on the lookout for that. You feel what I mean? But I'm going to get up out of here. I hope y'all have a blessed, beautiful night. But until then, this is MarkMazuma TV. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace.